Hey everyone, it's Prop Firm Checker again, and in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the 5%ers. So yeah, if you're new here, don't forget to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and drop a comment below with your thoughts about this review. It really helps the channel grow, and I super appreciate the support. All right, so today we're going to talk about the 5%ers in more detail, like what they offer and why so many traders are talking about them. First off, on Trustpilot, they've got a crazy good rating of 4.9, which is super impressive. And not just that, they've got over 14,600 traders who left positive feedback. So yeah, that already says a lot, right? What I really like about them is that they're actually one of the OGs in the prop firm world. They've been around since 2016 and they're based in Israel. And with the 5%ers, you can trade a variety of assets like Forex, metals, indices, commodities, crypto, and even stocks. So there's a lot of flexibility there. And here's the cool part. You can actually qualify to manage up to $4 million, 0 cents in private equity funding. Like, that's a big deal. So yeah, when it comes to their programs, they've got three main ones. First is the Hypergrowth Program, which is a one-step process. Then there's the High Stakes Program. It's a two-step setup that's more high risk, high reward, and you get to scale your account every time you hit a milestone. And finally, they've got the Bootcamp Program, which is a three-step, low-cost option. Great if you're just starting out. And yeah, if you check out their website, you'll see all these success stories from traders who've actually made withdrawals and grown their accounts with the 5%ers. So it's definitely something worth looking into. All right, so now we're going to check out each of the programs that the 5%ers offer, starting with the Hypergrowth Program. So yeah, let's dive into this one first. The Hypergrowth Program is actually a one-step evaluation, which makes it pretty straightforward. They have different account sizes you can choose from, and of course, each one comes with its own price. You can start with a $10,000 account or go bigger with $20,000 or even $40,000. And yeah, depending on which one you pick, you'll get a portion of that as your initial trading capital. So for the $10,000 account, you'll get $5,000 to trade with. The $20,000 account gives you $10,000, and the $40,000 account gives you $20,000 to start. Pretty simple. Now, in order to pass the evaluation and become a funded trader, you'll need to hit a 10% profit target. They also have a stop out level of 6%. And there's a 3% daily pause rule too. Just to be clear, the daily pause doesn't mean you lose the account. It just means your trading is paused for the rest of the day and you can get back to it the next day. So yeah, no pressure there. And as for the profit split, it can go all the way up to 100%, which is awesome. There's no time limit either, so you can move at your own pace. The leverage they offer is 1 to 30, which is decent. And yeah, the fees vary based on which account size you go for. Oh, and they throw in some bonuses too. Like if you get the $10,000 0 cents account, you'll get a $15 bonus. For the $20,000 account, it's $25. And for the $40,000 account, you get a $50 bonus dollar. So yeah, those are some nice little extras. Let's go over a few more of the key specs of this Hypergrowth Program coming up next. All right, so here's where it gets even more exciting. With the Hypergrowth Program, every time you hit a profit target, your funded account actually doubles. Yeah, like you have the chance to really scale up your account size big time if you're consistent. Now, just a quick reminder about the daily drawdown thing. It doesn't mean your account is gone or anything. It just means you'll be locked out from trading for the rest of that day. But if you hit the stop out level, which is a 6% loss, that's when your account gets terminated. So yeah, got to manage your risk carefully. The good thing is they let you hold trades over the weekend, which is super flexible. And if you keep scaling up, you can grow your account all the way up to $4 million, which is honestly pretty wild. The leverage is 1 to 30, and they also allow news trading. But just a heads up, they do have restrictions on bracket strategies during news releases. So yeah, make sure to read the fine print in their terms and conditions. You'll be able to trade Forex, metals, indices, and crypto in this program. And everything runs on MetaTrader 5. Since they use their own broker, you don't need to worry about any minimum trading days or trade requirements for level 1, which is really chill. Also, you can hold indices trades over the weekend, but just keep in mind the swap fees on those can be pretty high. So yeah, something to watch out for. Now, as for max capital per trader, just make sure you stick with the account sizes they offer. Don't try to go over the limit or anything, because that could be an issue. And payouts, they're actually pretty straightforward. Your first payout happens 14 days after getting your funded account, and then every 2 weeks after that. Every time your account gets scaled up, your 14-day payout cycle resets again. So it's all pretty consistent. There's no time pressure here either. You can take as long as you need to pass the evaluation. But yeah, they do have an inactivity rule. If you don't place any trades for 30 straight days, your account will expire. So just be aware of that. All right, now let's take a look at their growth plan. So if you start off with a $10,000 funded account, you'll begin at that initial balance. And as you keep hitting those profit milestones, you not only get payouts, you also get bonus rewards at each level, which is pretty cool. So yeah, the same structure also applies to the $20,000 and $40,000 accounts we talked about earlier. Now let's move on to the high stakes challenge. This one's a 2-step program, and it lets you unlock what they call the high stakes growth plan. You can start with account sizes ranging from $5,000 all the way up to $100,000. Since it's a 2-step challenge, that means you'll need to complete both stages before you can become a fully funded trader. So yeah, it's super important to hit all the targets and meet the criteria. Now for this one, there's a minimum of 3 profitable trading days required. The scaling rules are pretty much the same as the previous program, so nothing too different there. Once you become a funded trader, your daily loss limit is 5%, and the total overall loss limit is 10%. The profit target is a bit more forgiving here. Phase 1 needs 8% and phase 2 needs 5%. After you're funded, you'll need to hit a 10% profit target to scale your account. And yeah, there's a refundable fee option, which is nice. You can get a profit share anywhere between 80% and 100% depending on your performance. And there are rewards you can earn based on that profit share too. Oh, and definitely check their current promotions and account size options. They sometimes have deals that make it cheaper to get started, which is always a plus. Now, most of the general specs are the same, there's still the inactivity rule and you can trade all the same instruments as before. But here's something cool. The leverage in this program can go up to 1 to 100. That's pretty generous. As for the profitable days requirement, you'll need to hit at least 0.5% profit on 3 separate days to qualify. So yeah, just make sure you pace yourself and plan your trades right. And when you complete step 1, you can earn hub credits for future stuff you might want to purchase internally. After step 2, they'll refund part of what you paid, specifically the amount you actually spent, not including any discounts, just to be clear. Also, you're allowed to hold trades overnight and even over the weekend, including with indices. But again, just watch out for those high swap fees. And yeah, news trading is allowed too, but there's one catch. You can't open or close trades within 2 minutes before or after a high impact news event. So yeah, just keep that in mind when you're trading around the news. So yeah, the available assets and the trading platform stay the same here, with MetaTrader 5 still being the one you'll be using. The profit split ranges from 80% up to 100%, so make sure you're aware of how that works. There's also a maximum number of active accounts allowed per trader, and you can scale your funding up to $500,000. Now, regarding payouts, you can scale your account every time you hit a 10% profit target. Payouts happen every 14 days, and that cycle resets every time you move on to a new scaled account. You'll see the scaling plan outlined clearly. It shows how your account size increases every time you hit another 10% target. Also, you have a chance to improve your payout ratio and even qualify for higher account sizes with fixed payouts on those scalable accounts. All right, so next up, let's talk about the Bootcamp account. This one's designed to be super affordable, so it's great if you're looking for a lower entry cost. It follows a 3-step process to help you become a funded trader. You might start with challenge parameters, simulating smaller accounts, like a $5,000 account, and work your way up to managing a funded account worth $20,000. The profit target across all stages of the boot camp is 6%. Once you're funded, you'll need to hit a 5% profit target to qualify for your first payout. The max loss allowed is 5%. There aren't any daily loss limits until you actually reach the funded account stage. The leverage here is 1 to 10. There's no time limit, so you can move at your own pace, and your profit share can go all the way up to 100%. You'll also receive 2 hub credits once you hit the $20,000 funded account. For the scaling plan, you can increase your account size every time you gain 5%. Now, for traders starting with the $100,000 bootcamp, the payout ratio begins at 75 to 25 from the second stage. And there's potential to scale up and manage up to $2 million in funding. You'll be able to see all the starting account balances laid out, and just keep in mind the payout ratio improves each time you scale. So yeah, make sure to take note of that specific requirement. All right, so just a heads up, setting a stop loss is mandatory for every trade and order you place. You're not allowed to risk more than 2% of your initial account balance on any single trade. So yeah, if you open a trade without a stop loss, or if you end up risking more than that 2% limit, it's going to be marked as a risk violation. And just so you know, once you hit 5 violations, your account gets automatically terminated. Also, the leverage for all accounts is fixed at 1 to 10. Now, risk trading is allowed except for bracketing strategies, which they don't permit. They do allow you to keep trades open overnight and over the weekend, which is super flexible. But like I mentioned earlier, if you're holding indices over the weekend, just watch out for those high swap fees. They can really add up. The same inactivity rule applies here too. If there's no trading activity for 30 days straight, your account will expire. So yeah, definitely keep that in mind. Also, make sure you don't go over the maximum number of accounts allowed per trader. And they have this daily pause feature. And if you're interested in learning more or just want to be part of the community, don't forget to check out their socials. They've got a Discord, Twitter, YouTube channel, and a few other platforms where you can connect with other traders. So yeah, I think that pretty much wraps up our full review on the 5%ers. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.